Jesus in the Gospel, as seen in Luke 11, 14 to 23, particularly the last verse, is challenging you and me. He who is not with me is against me, and he who does not gather with me scatters. You may say, I have been baptized in the church, I am a communicant, I belong to so many societies in the church. This message is not for me. You may say, I'm even married in the church. This is not for me. I may say, I am a priest. This is not for me. If you check out the first reading, the Israelites refused to obey God's voice, even with the messengers he has sent to them, his prophets. And he reminded them that he insisted that they are his people and that he is their God. After he had delivered them from the bondage in Israel, he made them his own, but that they were now more stubborn even than their fathers. This was his complaint in the first reading, because their hearts were hardened to his voice. They stiffened their hearts to his message of salvation. And in the Gospel he asks, he who is not with me, he is against me, and he who does not gather with me scatters. Refusal to listen to God's voice will make you to be against him. Refusal to listen to Jesus' voice will make me to be against him and to scatter in not even gathering with him. And how do we do that every day? When you fail to give people forgiveness, you are against God. When you fail to be hospitable to people around you when you are in the position to do so, you are against God. When you fail to connect people in the society when they need one assistance or the other, be it job opportunity, business, name them, and you fail to do so, you are against God. When instead of showing love, you decided to show hatred, you are against God. When you refuse to appreciate God's blessings in the life of others by living in jealousy or even making nasty comments to such individuals, you are against God. And this is also seen in the life of Jesus in the Gospel, that when people hate you, if you like, bring down the heavens. They will never say anything good about you. And this was the situation with Jesus, casting out demons in order to assist the people in their spiritual lives. But whatever he did, they were seeking for more signs, not to believe in him, but to bring him down. This was why they were saying that he was casting out demons by Beelzebub, the prince of demons. Somebody, God has blessed him or her, and the person buys a car or the person builds a house. We make nasty comments also in so many ways. You hear people say, is it by building a house? Is it by buying a car? It is by what? Is it by becoming a demon? So these are the kind of comments we make also as humans in our refusal to appreciate God's blessings in the life of others. That when we do so, we are against God. And the response to the psalm will say, oh, that today, if you listen to his voice, harden not your heart. Refusal to obey God's voice will make you walk backward. But if you obey his voice in living in accordance to his precepts, you walk forward. And I pray for such grace in our lives, that as we struggle daily to hear God's voice, his grace will be sufficient for us, for our salvation through Christ our Lord.